Good morning, sir. Today I would like to present about the reservoir distribution calculation method. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Haikal Ramadhana Akmal with student ID 2009. So we jump into the topic. First one is the basic data for distribution. The basic data set include the hourly water level change, hourly volume, and cumulative total. Together, these parameters provide a complete picture of how reservoir water level shift throughout an entire daily cycle. There is 4 points about basic data for distribution. First one is the observation are conducted continuously across a full 24-hour period. Next is the hourly change rate value indicate the rise of the fall of the water level. The hourly water volume are calculated based on the change in water depth, and cumulative value represent the total distributed water up to the each hour. Next is about the understanding the hourly change rate. The hourly change rate describes the how fast the reservoir water surface rise or fall within 1 hour. This value is essential for determining how much water is entering or leaving the reservoir during each observation period. The positive value indicate an upward movement of reservoir water level. A negative value show that the water being released from the reservoir. This data from the primary basic for calculating water volume. Next is about the calculating hourly water volume. The hourly water volume calculated by multiplying the change in water level by the reservoir surface area. The table provides this value clearly, making the overall distribution analysis more straightforward and systematic. And for the water volume is obtained from the water level change multiplied by its surface area. Hourly volume value are directly provided within the distribution table. The calculation follows the sequential pattern for each hour of observation. And this hourly value serve a key input for cumulative analysis. Alright, next is about the cumulative water distribution, which is the cumulative distribution values show that the total volume of the water accumulated over time. This value helps reservoir manage evaluate storage capacity and identify period when the reservoir approaches its maximum allowable level. Cumulative value are generated by adding hourly volume progressively. The cumulative trend normally from a steadily increasing pattern. This information indicates the reservoir capacity and potential overflow risk. It is widely used in flood routing and general reservoir operation. Next is about the introduction of the area method. The area method relies the on graphical interpretation to calculate the water volume. By evaluating the area beneath the curve of the water level change, the analyst can obtain a visual and quantitative understanding of reservoir behavior. The area method uses a plotted graph on the water elevation against time. The area beneath the curve represents the volume of the water movement, suitable for dataset with the unstable or highly variable fluctuation, and provide a clear visual interpretation of the changing water pattern. Alright, next is about the step in the area method. Still, in the area method, the water level fluctuation are plotted visually, segmented into the interval, and each area is computed. The sum of this area then represent the total volume distributed across the analyzed time period. Put the hourly water level change onto the continuous distribution graph. Shape the curve to show the both rising and falling water level pattern. And next is calculate the area each segment performed within the graph interval and sum all calculation area to obtain the total distributed water volume. Next is about the introduction to the cumulative method. The cumulative method is the most straightforward way to quantify total distribution volume. By adding each hour volume to the previous total, analyze obtain a clear representation of the daily water distribution trend. There is 4 points in introduction to the cumulative method. The first one is the cumulative method relies on the step-by-step addition of the hourly value. This approach is simpler because it directly uses tabulated number. and no graphical plotting is required, making analysis faster and easier. And for the last one is the highly suitable for sequential and well-structured reservoir data. And for step in the cumulative method, this method works by continuously adding each hour water volume to the prior total. This final cumulative value accurately represents the total volume distributed throughout the entire 24-hour analysis period. There is 4 points in here. The first one is begin with the first hour volume as essential value, cumulative value, at subsequent hourly volume in a consistent sequential manner, and continue accumulating value until the final hour is completed. And the last one is the end of the result reflect the full daily water distribution total. Right, next is about the example of the cumulative value calculation. In this one, based on the table demonstrates how the cumulative value rises steadily from the hour to hour, starting at the 110 cubic meter and reaching 3,221 cubic meter by 12 hour. The calculation clearly reflects the increasing volume of distribution water. There is four steps here. The first hour cumulative value begin at 110 cubic meter, and subsequent hour increase the total of 204, then and then higher. And the cumulative total continue rising until the reaching the 3,221. And this final value represent the total discharge during the early and daily period. And it goes to comparison between the area and cumulative method. The both method the offer valuable insight, but it differ in approach. The area method visualize the water level behavior, while the cumulative method relies on the direct numerical accumulation. The choice depend on the nature of the data and analysis goal. And the area method provides the visual interpretation of the distribution pattern, while the cumulative method produces the readily understandable numerical output. The area method is more effective for fast and irregular fluctuation, while the cumulative method is efficient for structured and sequential dataset. Right, we goes to the application in reservoir management. In reservoir manager, really on the this distribution method is balanced water storage and release. Accurate calculation help prevent overflow and ensure the adequate supply, and also maintain the safe reservoir operation during extreme weather condition. The use of the regulated reservoir water elevation during daily operation help determine the strategic release schedule during the heavy rainfall, support the flood control planning for downstream river communities, and assist in preparing operational plans with the seasonal variation program. For the seasonal variation. In the next paragraph, we talk about the case study with interpretation based on the table. In this table, the table reveals a clear distribution pattern with the rapid increase the early in the day, a peak hour in hour 9, 9 up, yeah, and the hour 9, then stabilization flow, a gradual decrease. This pattern is typical during the rainfall driven inflow event. There is four point here. First one is a significant increase in distribution volume occurred during the early hour, while the peak distribution appear around the 8 stroke the 9 observation hour, while the distribution become the more stable after passing the 12-hour mark, when the water release level gradually decline during the late night period. All right. Next, and the last one is the conclusion about this case. In conclusion, both of the area method and cumulative method provide the meaningful way to analyze the reservoir water distribution. When they applied correctly, this method ensures the effective water regulation and enhance the reliability of the reservoir operation. There is 4 points here. The first one is the area and cumulative method are essential technique for water analysis, and each method offers the different strength and complements the other effectively. The tabulated data help to identify the detailed pattern in reservoir behavior. And the accurate and the last one is accurate calculation support the safe and efficient reservoir management. All right, that's all of my presentation today about the reservoir and distribution calculation method. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. I hope you're learning something new today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.